We heard the president speaking on Mashujaa Day, and he was very clear about when he made reference to some of the freedom fighters and people who fought for for the liberation of this nation. And in his speech, it did not escape many that he mentioned heroes from every other part of the country and did not mention heroes from one particular region of this country. Could this be an indication that even in his government going forward, that's probably in a debate about regional balance, the number of positions being held by people from the Mount Kenya region could, even in cabinet, reduce in number, and probably that's where ODM will benefit?
Now, Fred, I don't know who is benefiting here. Because if you are to run a government properly, those of us who served in the Kibaki administration will tell you that jobs just need to be given to the most qualified, the most competent, the less corrupt individuals in the Republic. Because what people are looking for is not the tribe. They are looking for somebody who can end up doing the job. I am not in any way suggesting that there shouldn't be regional balancing, that government should have the face of Kenya. That's important. But even as we are doing that, as we are balancing, what you really need to balance is the competencies of the people you bring in government. Mm-hmm. So even if you have the face of Kenya, but you have fellows who are corrupt and incompetent, you are not helping Kenyans. So I'm hoping that going forward, that this administration, the Kenya Kwanza administration, will learn from the mistakes they have made in the past, where this government has been skewed towards one side. Half of the government comprises of people from one region, half of them. You cannot be talking about Mr. Pogisho being a tribalist. And really, although you don't speak tribalism, but you are the tribalist number one, by deeds, through deeds. So I know, and you were shy of saying that the president, from the list of heroes that he read, he missed out some from the mountain. Maybe, I don't know, because there is a council that handles this particular matter. I would not really want to blame the president, but I'm sure that before that list was read, it went through so many offices, head of public service, NIS, and so on and so forth. And if they didn't pick, maybe in future they'll tell us why this time round that they could not even get one hero from the mountain. They are better placed to tell us what exactly happened. Mm-hmm. Okay? But even I have a problem with that, list of honor. There are so many people who are captured or who are, rewarded status that they don't befit. Sometimes you see a fellow being referred to as a statesman or stateswoman. And then you ask yourself, what has that person done for this country to deserve that honor? I think they have watered down that thing, because when you're honoring these people, we need to see some citation. The citations are lacking, and even where they have been provided, they are so weak that they do not befit the honor that they're being granted. So I'm hoping that that can be corrected in future. I will not really make it a big deal, so long as they, in their own wisdom, they think that they have done the right thing. Their conscience should lead them. But allow me just to comment on one thing about government. A manifesto is basically a promise to do things in a certain time. Well-crafted manifestos should pick all that they list in the manifesto from a country's vision. So we as Kenyans have one vision, Vision 2030, which expires in another few years. So that is our, our point of reference. Anything we do should be referenced from Vision 2030. So Manifesto of Kenya Kwanza, or whatever you call it, and my party ODM, can be harmonized because we are saying that we are talking about the same thing using different languages. Mm-hmm. We are talking about the same thing using different tactics to get to the end or to deliver the promise that we have made. So these are documents that can be harmonized very quickly so that we can move forward as one nation. Remember, President Ruto, if he survives until 2027, if he does survive, he has only 2 years for working. He has 2 years. He promised so many things, including bringing down the fuel to 100 bob. We are still at around 180 bob, so he still has to bring it down to by 80 bob. He promised to bring down maize flour from 100 and something, 200 to 70 bob. It is still at 160. So he has a lot of work to do.
Yes, and you've brought in a very interesting angle.